Hey, is this thing on? Hey, today I'm going to try something a little bit different. It's getting a little late. Got bedhead. It's not in the mood, but I was going through some pictures today, and I thought I'd try something a little different because, the world is a heavy place nowadays. And you got to remind yourself of what's important and what you're here for. Problem is, many of us don't know what we're here for. A lot more are finding out, but, most people can't help but be attached to this realm and all of its nonsense. It's really hard to navigate through the day if all you're doing is pay attention to the TV all day. And now, TV is not only good, not only bad, but it can have its good. And by TV, I mean YouTube. I mean our new media, which has good and bad aspects of it, but that's the world in itself. It's good and bad. It's duality. There's good and bad. You can't have bad without good. You can't have good without bad. It's as simple as that. But we focus too much on the bad. We focus too much on the bad, and we focus too much on attachments and what we should have according to other people, and what we need according to other people, and what a good person is according to other people. And there are so many distractions and everything that we forget to look around and enjoy life. Well, the TheHighOnNetwork started up, even though we didn't really do anything. But it started off as we just wanted to share beauty and share love, share what life is about. And this is what life is about. This is where I'm headed today. I wanted to show you in 2015. This is 2015, so it was just the beginning of political apocalypse here in the States, because everyone's conditioned to think the way they're told. But I'm swaying. I don't want to get political here, but it had nothing to do with that. But we got tired of it all, and we just said, you know what? Let's go to Europe. That's where I grew up. I grew up in northwestern Spain in a region called Galicia. And it's not even growing up there. That's where my childhood was up until I was about 6 years old. I was actually born in Germany. Born in Germany. My parents were working in Germany, because in Spain back then there wasn't much work, as is the case now. But nowadays it's because people don't want to work. Back then there really wasn't. It was the height of the Franco era. You want to talk about socialism? Yeah, go live in Spain during the Franco era. Go live anywhere. People like to talk about shit without having experienced it. There's so many experts that think they know everything because they read a book that was written by someone who had an agenda. But anyhow, I was trying to keep this light today. So I wanted to show you magic, beauty. I don't know. I think that's our purpose here, to live with. It's a cliche, but live with love, man. We're living in anger and the opposite of love all the freaking time these days. It's insane, and we've constantly been waiting for someone to save us, whether it be the government or Jesus or anything like that. And the thing is, you got to save yourself. The government is not going to save you. And Jesus, that idea is in you already. It's complicated, I know. It's actually not. It's really simple. But really, you think the government's going to save you? I mean, what's the new thing? Aliens now. Aliens. Oh, boy. We'll get to that at some other point. But, all right. Let's get to all this because I want to show you some cool stuff. There's some great pictures here. Taken by me, so, so, yeah, all the pictures are mine. I've taken them. And this is our trip to Spain. This is while my wife was still there. She had to come back, and I stayed there for another year. But, yeah, this was just, God, when you're really just focusing on seeing what's around you and enjoying things. And look, man, we're not millionaires. Hell, we weren't even wealthy or anywhere near that. But we did it. You can too, and you should. So let's start with this picture here. We're on a beach. I believe it's somewhere in Portugal. My wife and daughter and grandkid are there. Oh, it's just so beautiful, man. I mean, look at this. And hey, speaking of topics, look at that horizon line. I realize it's not very long, but it doesn't look very curved either, does it? Okay, now we get to this thing. Man, talk about architecture. This is also in Portugal. Look at that thing. There it is from the back. Yeah, that was something. Now here we're back at our little village in Spain. It's a village with, there's a few people living there. Not many these days, but this place has been around since, I'm told, medieval times. The church has been there since the 12th century, go figure. These are 3 chickens, obviously, in our yard. Look at the way these houses were put together. One rock on top of another, no mortar. Crazy. This, I think, is a really good picture. Not sure what the point of that thing was. That's a wooden... This house here is actually right next... Ooh, wait, isn't that delicious? But this house here is right next door to my aunt's house. And it's been abandoned forever. And... God, it's just so freaking cool. I don't even know. Okay, here we have some bread and cheese and wine. What more do you need in life, Let's get to the Catholics. Man, but look at this. Look at this. Look at the work. You know what I mean? I think this was on the church in our village. There's more pictures on that somewhere. Ah, yes, this is where my artsiness came out. Here's a bee. Oh, there's a view of, hey, that's my mom's house right here. This is an old water mill. Look at the water. This one's funny because I used to walk to the city from our village. It's about 5 kilometers. And I used to do that just about every day. And in the middle of the trail was somebody just threw this little chair. The best water in the world. Let me tell you guys, this water is magical and transformative. I'm not a drinking water kind of guy, like I rarely ever do. I'm of the notion that there's water in my wine, there's water in my beer, there's water in my whatever the heck I'm drinking, tea and coffee, right? This water here came straight from the mountain, down this little ditch into this fountain that everyone in town went to get their water in. And my God, let me tell you, it was the coldest, tastiest water ever. I love it. We got back home here to the States and the fluoride is just ridiculous. We're poisoning ourselves, folks. We're poisoning ourselves and we're gladly taking the poison. Look at this thing. Trees were magical. That was a goat I would meet on my way during the walks. That was kind of cool. What else is coming up here? Oh, this one. This was a really cool path. It was almost like a portal. I mean, look at this thing. It was always circular. Walking home at night. I mean, there's no street lights, and I would walk through here at night by the light of my iPhone. Oh, man, that was so much freaking fun. Yeah, more nature. So cool to be walking through there and not hearing sirens. And great place to be homeless. Forest. Lots of places to hide. But look at these trees. These trees intrigue me. It's almost like it's dancing, Look at that thing. Look at that thing. What a place to go have an experience, huh? Magical. Something else. Something else, I'm telling you. Just walking through here, taking it all in. I didn't get into this architecture till recently, but my wife always loved this building, which was in a big city. Not too far from us. But I mean, look at the architecture here. I mean, people talk about Tartarian things and whatnot, right? And it's usually the front door, the first floor door that's tall. But I mean, how tall were the people? Oh, that's for another thing. Oh, okay. This is pretty cool. While in Spain, we were looking for a house for ourselves somewhere not too close to others, which happens a lot. I mean, there's lots of available housing there. But we went to this one particular town and we stopped driving we parked somewhere probably back here because the road was starting to look a little precarious. So we got out and thought we'd walk the rest of the way to the house. Now, I'm always intrigued by these rocks. I mean, and they're everywhere. Rock walls. They were all over Ireland, too. We'll put that in another video. Then more trees. I mean, look at this stuff. Look at the colors. Look at the moss. It's just incredible to be walking around in a forest, looking at this kind of stuff and thinking thinking nothing, maybe meditating. This was my meditation. I mean, look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. Just walk through the forest, man. Walk through the forest. This, I didn't even know I had this picture. What the heck is this? That is a perfectly round, I don't know. That is something for another video too, probably. More trees. Wow. I mean, you can't really get much more peaceful than that. This, I'm not sure what it was. This is on the property. Now we're on the property. And this is all part of the property we were looking at. This here was the main house. I had a couple of other houses included in the package. This was a wall along the pathway to the house. There's the main house again. I mean, it was, I forget how many acres, but it was basically an abandoned village. Here's a large slug. I named it Nancy Pelosi. No, I just did that now. More water. Yes, I would drink it. I would drink it from right there. Oh, so much freshness, so much. I miss this place so much. I really do. I don't think I appreciated it enough while I was there either. I mean, I was starting to, but I didn't. Didn't as much as I should have. Once again, a nice straight horizon line. Yeah. This was on a beach, I think, in Vigo. Oh, yeah, and this is the old town Vigo, or somewhere near Vigo, Spain. But again, man, look at that. They had to raise the floor for some reason. Kind of interesting. The architecture back then is just unbelievable. And nowadays we make boxes. Boxes. That's the best we can do. All right, this is at Finisterre, which is at the end of the Camino de Santiago, which a lot of people walk. It's a famous walk, the Camino. There was a Martin Sheen movie about it. But this is basically called the end of the world. And that's exactly what it looks like, don't it? Nothing but sky. Yeah. Oh, wait. We talked about this earlier. That is the Madonna of the UFO. Can I zoom in on that? No, I guess I can't. Where'd it go? There it is. All right. Well, we'll get to that later. That was in another episode. But look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, my God. Haven't seen these on a bigger screen in a while. It's like you're looking over the edge of the world. You're looking over, oh wait, you're looking over the edge of the world, but for some reason, there's a wall there. There are blocks, 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 block work. Talk about that some other time. This was my wife's birthday, and I thought it was a really cool, great composed picture because I'm such a great photographer. Another view from somewhere. We've been so many cool places. I forget what that was. Here we go. This, interesting. This here, we went to look at another place, another property, which was basically an entire abandoned village. Behind the gate, it was a village that was built for the people that built this dam, of which I went to find out later that my grandfather was actually involved in the building of this dam. Go figure. Go figure. And we end up there looking at that house, which I still, well, looking at that property, which included more than a house. I still may get that one day because I'm pretty sure it'll still be available. But look at this. This right here, this was a theater. So this was an entire town. They had built this town for the workers that built the dam. They included a theater, a church, and a few houses on this massively beautiful property. Everything is derelict right now except the one house. But we were thinking of getting this and converting it. Not sure. We still may. But this was the inside of the theater. Look at that place. Oh my God. God, what the hell did I come back here for? That's the outside of it. The outside of the theater. This here is pretty interesting. They found this statue buried very deep underneath when they were building all of this. Interesting. Wow, just look at that. This is the walk to the house. Wait up, let me. Surrounded by vineyards. Look at this long walkway. It's insane, folks. It's so pretty. This here, he had built some showers. I mean, he was currently using the house, the owner, as kind of a bed and breakfast, a place for campers to come and hang out and take a shower and things like that. A place for retreats and things of that nature. Really cool guy named Edward. Still in touch with, kinda, because I still want to get this house. That's the house now. Now there we can see the house. Now this is the one he had converted or finished, well, was working on finishing converting. Had a bunch of available rooms. Why am I telling you all this? I don't know, because I just happen to be talking and I'm on a roll right now. Right here. I don't know what that was, but look at that shit. There was another little house that needed some updating. Also came with the property. There's the back of it. Look at the hills. I mean, basically you're surrounded by nothing. That is a church that also comes with the property. And our the church. Wow, that was so cool. Here's a stepway, the walkway going up to the church. And there's the front. This always reminded me of some kind of monster mouth, but that's because there's a teeth. I never noticed the geometry in the windows either. And that was the inside. Now, while we're there, let's go back. Hold up. While we're here, back here on this side, behind this space, which you can barely see right here, was a little entranceway. And up in the roof is a colony of bats. And they're an endangered species. So we were told that whoever bought this place could renovate the church if you didn't bother the bats. Go figure. That was so freaking cool. And also, that was the second house that we had bats in, had we bought that one. The first house we had, which for some reason I don't have any pictures of right now, but it's in the video about the horses and propane cannons and all that. Maybe I'll link it below. But that house had an attic that I thought we'd be able to use, for the cats to go roam around in. But no, we had a colony of bats living up there that we couldn't get rid of. So bats seem to follow us. Here's another view of the church. Pretty sure that's not real gold. Somebody would have stolen it. But I just found this really, really cool. Super cool. Now, this is a little terrace out on the church where you can see the dam. This is a bridge that we drove down from the mountains to get to this house. So the only thing that this bridge leads to is our house and a little electrical plant there on the side that's also abandoned. But that was really, really super cool. That's some guy I don't know and his granddaughter. Sexy dude, huh? Okay, another view of one of the houses that comes with this property from the balcony of the church. But look at all that. Look at all that. Look at all that. I'm going to have this one day, folks. You're all invited to come hang out. Come chill, sit down, talk, discuss. This was the inside of another to-be-renovated place. Yeah, obviously. This picture I love. I don't know why. I just love it. I took it, but I love it. I guess I'm more artistic than I realized. I've always liked taking pictures, but I just, look and snap. It's not like I'm doing anything special. Okay, are we out of the place now? I think so, because that looks, here we go. This is now at our little village in Spain. There was a path, a little walkway through the woods leading to our church. Now, this is it, except for some reason I didn't add pictures of the church yet. I'll do that in another video. These are 300-year-old wine barrels that my great aunt, she's great, but she's also a great aunt with a hyphen between it. My great aunt uses for making wine. They've been using these forever, and everyone says they're the best barrels in town. Some more photography, courtesy of your, professional photographer. But I don't know. I just think they look pretty cool. I like taking pictures. Shoot me. More water, more beauty. I mean, that's insane, right? Like what we're doing nowadays, they're telling you, you have to do this to stay healthy. You have to do that to stay healthy. They don't tell you stay out of McDonald's to stay healthy. They don't say eat well. They don't say drink clean water. They don't say listen to good music. They don't say be around good people. They don't say think good thoughts. They don't say focus on the negative. No. Say whatever the hell they want to say to further their agenda. Whatever. Live your life. Live your life. Hey, these are This is duality again, because these suck to grab by mistake because they're very thorny, or to fall into, or to, just run into without knowing. But they're also the best blackberries and raspberries you'll find anywhere. Delicious. Walks through Spain were always good, especially in the warmer weather, because there was always something to eat along the way. Plenty of snacks. Blueberries, cherries, fruits of all kinds. I love taking pictures of trees and stumps. I think I did that because of the petrified thing. We'll get into it in another video also. Morning glories, don't eat those, you'll trip. Hey, here's another picture of the path. Isn't that something? The sad part of this is there are people that dump their garbage everywhere. There's that other dude again, just sitting there hoping that the rays of God come down and save them. Yeah, God's not going to save you. Jesus ain't going to save you. The government won't save you. You got to save yourself. Now, you can have faith, but you have to save yourself. You can't sit there and expect someone to come do it for you. Here we are on another stroll. Walking is good too. It's another form of therapy. Oh, here's another fountain. Now these, including the one I showed you with my favorite water I've ever had, these are all over Spain. You just everywhere. Pull up. You don't have to buy bottled water, and people still do because they're stupid. That water right there, 1,000,000 times better than any bottled water you can find. I will guarantee it. Guarantee it. Another fountain. God, I would kill to be drinking that right now. And then this is the end of the video because, well, it'll be the end of the slideshow because, but I like this picture. All right. So now we're just going to play this while I just talk about a couple other things here. I did this to be lighter because we're living in fear, and life is made to make, well, life is geared towards you living in fear because that's the way they make it. They want you to live in fear. They do. They don't want you to sit there with your own thoughts. Why do you think there's so much entertainment? Why do you think there's so many distractions? Why do you think that psychedelics are basically outlawed? I mean, yes, they're starting to decriminalize them, but why do you think they've been outlawed for so long? The reason they're decriminalizing everything right now is because when you're in that state, you're more susceptible to things. So the therapists that are now filling your head with mumbo jumbo can more easily manipulate you. Look up MK Ultra and things like that. It's crazy, kids. It's a crazy world out there. But I'm telling you, use your head, use your eyes, and look beyond your eyes. I can't see shit these days. I have to wear my glasses or everything is blurry. But the important things, somehow I see them. And I don't know how. I just do. And I think once you see, you can't unsee. So once you get to where I am right now, and I'm not at the peak, I'm not anywhere near there. There's people that are way beyond me. Trust me, I'm a novice, but I see things. I see how things are. And I'm not saying I'm right for everyone, but I'm seeing things as they are for me, which is how it is. This is all very personal. It's all very getting to know yourself. Not yourself, one word, two words, yourself. It's very important. And when I was in Spain by myself, that's when some might say Sendo went crazy. But that's when I started thinking. That's when I started seeing what was important. And that's what I'm trying to get back to. That's what I'm trying to get back to. Because, life has a way of getting in the way. I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. So yeah, that was meant to be a little bit lighter, show you maybe a couple of pictures of rural Spain. I will be doing a lot more of that. And Do what you do. I mean, yesterday, yesterday's video was interesting. I'm still thinking about it now. People don't like other opinions, and that's really weird. Well, it's not weird. It's what you're conditioned to do. But these days, we're taking opinions as attacks, and they're not. What do you like, apples or oranges? I prefer apples. Why do you hate oranges? I didn't say I hated oranges. I said I like apples better. I mean, it's so ridiculous. There are so many ridiculous things. Do you realize? I mean, look at the things you get mad about. Are they really that important? Again, the seeds of division are being sown every day. It's nuts. It's nuts. Oh, God. Keeping peace of mind is something else. Peace of mind. Oh, my God. It's hard to navigate. I try it. I fluctuate between saying I'm ignoring the politics and then wanting to say stuff and then going, let me look at some conspiracy theory to get my mind off of this, you know? And even that, conspiracy theory, why do they call them conspiracy theories? I'm guessing because it's the opposite, because that's true and the other is not. Some conspiracy theories make more sense than what is supposedly the accepted science. What is science? Scientists. Science is what a bunch of guys in white coats said back before they wore white coats. Science is an agreed upon bullshit. Am I saying I don't believe in science? No, I'm saying I don't believe in all of it. I don't believe all of it's been verified. I believe we all follow because we're trying to be nice people, and so we believe what our leaders tell us. That is the stupidest thing to fucking do. It is. Ronald Reagan. What's the biggest lie? Or what's the thing you should be scared of? I'm from the government and I'm here to help. It's true. Government. I always said government. Look at the word. Govern. Right? Govern. To limit. My trucks, when I was working as a truck driver, were governed at 55. I was limited to drive 55 miles an hour. To limit, to control. Ment, M-E-N-T, your mind. So the government, mind control. Hey, there you go, mind control. Isn't that something? Mind control. I'll tell you. No, I won't tell you because you'll be convinced I'm crazy. You're already convinced I'm crazy. Some of you, anyway. That's what you tell me. But that's cool. That's cool. I'm a crackpot, conspiracy theorist. I don't know. I'm just a guy that's tired of arguing and just looking for some answers like a lot of other people. But you know what? From the day your head pops out, I'm talking at birth. Which in my case was my feet. Did I tell you? I was born feet first. Breech. Yeah. There's a story that, I also had an umbilical cord wrapped around my neck is what I'm told. And I had to be flown by a helicopter to another hospital. But anyhow, I was born feet first. And this was in Germany. And the story goes that my dad, who didn't speak very good German back then, was asking the doctor if everything was okay. And the doctor said, yes, but your son's feet came out before his head. He was trying to tell him that, explain what breech means in German. So he was saying feet came out before the head. And my dad, missed my dad, I think. And it's the anniversary of his death also. Maybe that's why I'm doing this video. Maybe that's why I'm talking about this. See how weird things are? I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize what day today was. But my dad thought that it meant that I was born with feet on my head. Oh, God. I say it all the time, but I do. I miss that guy. I miss that guy. But I'll see him again soon. I see him every day in the mirror. I see him every day in the mirror. Every freaking day. But yeah. So he thought, look, they've been trying to kill me since the day I was born. And I'm still here. Maybe one day we'll get into all the close calls and all the things I shouldn't have gotten out of. But I did. Am I special? No. I think the only commonality I have with other people that think similarly to me is that we are never the ones that do what we're told. We're never the ones that think like we're told. We're never the ones that obey the rules. We're always the ones that get in trouble. Yeah. Now, I'm not telling if any young kids are watching this, go out and get in trouble. What I'm telling you is, don't be manipulated. And every part of life is meant to manipulate you. All of it. It's meant to get you thinking a certain way up here. And if you start thinking for yourself, that is a bad thing. That is a bad thing according to them. These days, some people call them controllers. Some people call them the Illuminati, which is ridiculous because the Illuminati is not what everyone thinks. Well, I don't think it is. I think a secret society would be secret. And I think they are out there, but it's not the Illuminati. That's like saying, unless it's misdirection. See, there's always that option too. Because there's a theory that Area 51, it's bullshit. That's where they want you to look. But then there's another theory that because people believe that one theory, it must be true because the more knowledgeable people wouldn't believe it, because why would they put it there? That's where everybody would go. Nah, everything is out in plain sight. Everything is in plain sight. And I'm telling you, I cannot watch a movie, listen to a song, or anything like that, read a book, without finding clues in there. And there are some clues that pretty much put the X on the map. And all you have to do is follow the clues. And that's what I'm doing. So let me end this by saying, no, I'm not crazy. I'm just looking at different options that kind of make sense to me. Okay? So no fear. I'm not crazy. You're not crazy. The crazy people aren't crazy. They just want you to think we are. Yep. And boy, holy crap. Hang on here a sec. Whew. Man, I better be getting in the shower here. I got serious bedhead and time to go. But we'll be back. When? I don't know. Like I always say, maybe never. So get out there, have a good time. Tell the people you love them. Other than that, like I say, it's not the end of the world. It's just the end of the world as you know it.